Welcome to episode 30. It is episode 30 of Basics and Beyond the podcast. We are building momentum in the podcast and in our lives. Today we're going to talk about how can we harness that momentum? How can we build on that momentum? How can we create that momentum to help us through the tough times in order to reach our targets and reach our goals, not just in your health journey, but really in everything you choose to do in life. Come on in, join us today. It's good to have you here. Hey, everybody. It is great to have you back for episode 30 of Basics and Beyond the podcast. 30 episodes, just us. Isn't it fantastic? I love it. I love round, even numbers, and 30 is a good one. He's a good one. So welcome to the 30th episode. And this is a great episode. I love this concept, the concept of momentum. It's a very science-based, like physical science-based concept. And I was not good at physical science. I don't know about any of you. What grade was that? Oh, that was a long time ago. Anyway, I like physical science, but science wasn't really my thing in school. However, momentum is a really interesting scientific concept that we can apply to our health journey, to pretty much any journey in our entire life. Any goal that we want to reach, any target that we want to hit, doesn't matter what it is. Emotional, psychological, physical, any goal or target, we can apply the concept of momentum to. And you know this, right? So I love the definition of momentum. Momentum is, there's some complex definitions. We're going to go with the simple one. Momentum is a measure of how much an object resists being stopped when it's moving. Let's say that again. Momentum is how much, we'll just simplify it even more. Momentum is how much an object resists being stopped when it's moving. So there's two pieces to this. Momentum, to have momentum, you must be moving, right? So to have momentum, you must be taking action. And that is a big deal, because how often in any journey, but let's just talk about our health journey, because that's what we talk about here. In our health journey, how often do we sit and scroll and read about this, that, or the other thing? I get questions all the time about something that someone read. I just got a question today from one of my clients asking about pink salt. He had read something, or he's seeing a whole bunch of things that are popping up in his YouTube ads about it. He's not quite sure why, neither am I, whatever. But he's like reading and he's seeing these things and he's like, what is going on? We in our health journeys nowadays, anytime we have a goal, there is so much information out there for us. You could literally sit and read and doom scroll and go down the Google rabbit hole for days and days and days, trying to figure out how to lose 5 pounds, how to get rid of your saddlebags, how to look better in 10 weeks, how to make your hair fuller. You name it. You can find that information and you could read about it and read about it and read about it and read about it and read about it. And do you know how much closer you would be to your goal if you did that? Not at all. You wouldn't get any closer. You would have a lot of information. You could share that information with a lot of people. You could take that information and create, I don't know, a resource for people. You could think about that information a lot. You could become highly aware of what it could take to get to your goal. However, one thing is for sure. If you sit on that information and you learn it and you just continue to read it, you will never get closer to your goal. So, one part of momentum is actually the act of being in motion. You have to actually be doing something. You have to actually take action. Okay. So that's one big piece of momentum. The other big piece, if you want to have momentum, that you have to do is you have to resist stopping. So you have to begin moving and you have to resist stopping. And I think that is the hardest part for most of us, is to resist stopping. Now, stopping is one thing, pausing is another. This is what I'm talking about. So let me give you a perfect example. For the last week and a half to 2 weeks, I posted a little bit about this, not a ton. I have been riding the struggle bus with workouts. I mean, there was one day I was like, everything is just hard and I don't like anything. Have you ever had that happen? I literally was like, why does everything in my life have to be hard? Which is funny because it's not. I mean, and maybe that's not funny. It's funny to say now, but it was like, I mean, seriously, even tying my shoe, I couldn't even tie my shoe well. I'm like, what is wrong with me? And that was my mental state, and that's fine. But I have been riding the struggle bus. Like, I would go to the gym and I would work as hard as I could, because that's what I do at the gym. I work really, really hard. I always work to failure. Like, I am in there pushing it all the time. And every minute I was at the gym, I was like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to have to do this. Why do I have to do this? All those things, right? Struggle bus, just mentally struggling with everything, even physically. Like, I was just struggling all over the place for like the last week and a half to 2 weeks. However, I didn't stop going to the gym. I didn't stop eating my food. I didn't stop paying attention to my proteins and my fats and my carbs. I didn't stop eating my fruits. I didn't stop eating my vegetables. Right? I struggled. I slowed down a little bit. There was a lot of things going on in my brain, but I resisted stopping. And boy, did I want to stop going to the gym. And then all of a sudden yesterday, I don't know what happened. The skies cleared. There was divine intervention. And all of a sudden, I had the best training day I've had in those 2 weeks. And I felt great. And emotionally and mentally, everything felt great. I was calmer. I don't know what happened, but I used momentum to get me through the tough time. And I didn't know that I did it until I came to the decision to do this podcast. Honestly, I have a note in my phone that said something about momentum. And I went, oh my God, I need to do that. I need to talk to everybody. I need to talk to everybody. Like now, this has to happen now, because momentum is what got me through the last week and a half to 2 weeks. Because up to that point, I had been doing all the things. I'd been working hard. I'd been feeling great. I've been doing that. I felt great doing all the things. I was using action. I was actively involved in everything. I was moving, and it almost felt effortless. Like I was ticking the boxes, tick, 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 tick every day, just tick, tick, tick. I didn't really have to think about it. I was just doing it. I had great momentum. Everything was like working at a great speed. And then all of a sudden, a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, everything slowed down and everything got harder. And I started to struggle. And if I wouldn't have had that momentum going into that time, it would have been worse. And I may have resisted stopping. right? I may have not resisted stopping. I may have just stopped. I may have not gone to the gym. I may have eaten whatever I wanted to. I may have stayed up late and gotten up late. I may like so many things. I may have stopped. I may have stopped moving, stopped acting the way I wanted to, stopped doing the actions that are going to get me closer to my goals. So, momentum, two parts: action and resisting stopping. What can help you continue your actions and what can help you resist stopping? Well, we already mentioned one of them, making sure that when the days are, quote, easier, right? You don't have a lot, those easier times of your life where you don't have a lot of social commitments and you don't have a lot of stress and everything is easier. Like it's easier to take care of yourself. It's easier to get to the gym. It's easier to eat your food. It's easier to drink your water. It's easier to get your sleep. Do all those things during those easy times, right? Like right now, we have a lot of people on the planet who are finishing with the school year: teachers, students, whomever you are, custodians, bus drivers, right? All those people. If you're part of those groups, congratulations, you made it to the end of the year. Summer is easier in certain ways. You have more time. It's nicer out. You get to be outside. This is the time to build those habits because it's easier. Here's where you get to kind of build momentum, right? Build momentum, have that ready to have that working for you. That's one strategy. So that when the tough times come, you can kind of slide through them, right? And just keep doing what you were doing and get to the end. Another way you can do this is have a good support system. So you can rely on your support system, whether it is your family, whether it's your friends, maybe you have a coach you can reach out to. A support system can help you move forward, continue moving forward, and resist stopping. And that's one thing that I use a lot. I have a coach, I have a support system, I have my husband, I have a sister. If I need support, I reach out for support so that I can keep that momentum working for me. Other thing is have a support system. A support system is so important because when things get overwhelming, when you have a lot of stress, when there are too many things going on, you need to be able to reach out to someone because it's too easy to say, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. And oh, I'll just take a couple of days. Or, oh, it's too easy to stop. It's too easy to stop moving. It's too easy to stop taking action. It's difficult to resist stopping if you're only relying on yourself for support. If you need to, right? Call someone on the phone. Just tell them, hey, I need you to tell me to get to the gym. Or, hey, I need you to tell me to eat my food. Or maybe you need to talk through. Maybe you need to vent to your best friend or vent to your sister or brother or mom or dad or husband or wife or whomever is important to you. Or reach out. That's what I do. As a coach, I have a coach. It's part of the reason that I was able to get through the last week and a half or 2 weeks is because I know I have my coach, and my coach is standing there saying, I know you can do this, giving me specific strategies to help me in my daily activities, right? Because he knows me, he knows where I'm going, he knows what I'm doing. And he's been with me long enough. He knows why I'm struggling and what's happening and what I need, right? So sometimes a coach, having that person, that third party objective person who isn't going to just let you off the hook because it's hard, who's going to push you to either push through the hard or to figure out what is actually going on. Because a lot of times our momentum slows down and we run into that struggle bus for reasons that we don't know. Like, we don't know why. Like the last week and a half, I don't know why that was happening. However, when I reach out to my coach and I reach out to other people who know me, they can help me figure it out so I can still keep making progress. progress might slow down. Progress isn't perfection. Progress is like momentum. You just keep moving, even if it's smaller steps than you're used to, right? Keep taking action. Remember, that's the first piece of momentum, action, moving, and then resisting that stopping. So enlisting other people in your journey so that when you feel like you want to stop, they can help you resist that. And they can help you find ways to keep that momentum going. And when you get over that hard little bumpy part, all of a sudden, it's like, whoa, look what I did. Look at the success. And being able to struggle through that part actually builds more momentum for you because you did succeed, because you did make it, because you did hold yourself accountable and you did the thing and you did the hard thing. And when you do hard things, that builds momentum also. So just a quick hit today on momentum. Remember, there's two pieces to momentum. If you're looking to figure out, if you're like, I never have momentum, or I don't know how to get momentum, two pieces. Stop reading everything and sitting on your butt. Get up, take action, and resist stopping. To do that, you may need to enlist other supports. You may need to get a coach. I'm right here for you. Reach out if you need me. I can help. You may need to reach out to a friend, a family member. Who knows? Find a buddy. Support each other. It's how we get through. And then get through those tough spots. You're going to build even more momentum because now you know you can do it. You did the hard things and you're successful. So go out there, build your momentum in the easy days so that when you hit the tough days, you have all of that energy built up to get through it. And reach out if you need me. Remember, you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. I'm on TikTok. I'm on LinkedIn, all the social platforms, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple, of course, for podcasts. And you can go to my website, www.lauralcoaching.com. I am here for you. I want to make you feel better every day so that you live the best life that you can live. Come on back for episode 31. Make this a great day.